Welcome to Quick Rip. Big B here with you. Hope you're doing well out there, fight fans. We're going to talk a little BKFC as well as Eddie Alvarez because you know what? We had BKFC president David Feldman. He was on with John Morgan of MMA Underground earlier this week, and he revealed that he had lunch with Eddie Alvarez, and basically talks have begun. David Feldman trying to get Eddie Alvarez in the squared circle, which I think is absolutely fucking fantastic. The more I think about it, the more I like a move for Alvarez from MMA into bare knuckle boxing. Now, Eddie Alvarez currently sitting 30 wins, 8 losses. I believe he's got a couple of no contests in there as well. Impressive fucking record. But he is getting older. And that record is not looking as good as of late. Now, earlier on in his career, he went on a hell of a fucking tear. Probably the best promotion, well, not even probably, the best promotion that he was involved with was Bellator. I believe he went like 9-1, got himself a strap there, then moved on to the UFC where he was kind of up and down, but I mean, it's Eddie Alvarez. He won a fucking belt in the UFC. He's a guaranteed fucking entertaining fight. Eddie Alvarez. I mean, many people know who the fuck Eddie Alvarez is. As of late, his most recent promotion there, after he left the UFC, he went to one championship, where he didn't really fare too well. He went 1 win, 2 losses, and 1 no contest. So he's done with 1 now. The last scrap that he had was a decision loss against Ray Yoon Oak. That was back in April of 2021. So he hasn't fought at all in 2022. Obviously, he took the year off because we're in December. No matter what, I don't see him fighting this year. Next year's a different story, though. Eddie Alvarez, 38 years old. I think the time is right. The time is now for Eddie if he's going to move to fucking bare knuckle, because he's still a competitor, but it's I can't get over the age, and it's not that he can't fucking fight. Now, you listen to these older MMA guys that have already made the transition to BKFC, and you hear them repeatedly talk about the training, how much easier the training is on the body. And I mean, that's huge. I think that's a big part of Eddie Alvarez's recent downfall there. There could be a couple of things, but I think one of them is the training. I mean, he's got years and years and years of wear and tear, training and training and training and training. You switch over to bare knuckle boxing, you don't have to worry about the wrestling. You're not tearing up your knees. You're not having your limbs ripped apart doing the jiu-jitsu. It's just footwork and working the hands. It's so much easier on these guys' body, training-wise. Now, obviously, fight-wise, maybe a little different story. Obviously, much higher chance of getting cut. And that's really the biggest difference is there's no gloves there to protect the skin. So it's bone on bone, and skin's going to rip. But obviously, all these fighters know that going in. I can see Eddie Alvarez being an absolute fucking monster bare knuckle. If he takes it serious, and if he puts the training in, puts the work in, I have no doubt that he can be an absolute fucking animal inside that squared circle. What do you think out there, fight fans? Eddie Alvarez, you want to see him bare knuckle, shed the hand condoms, and give it a go? I mean, obviously it's not for everybody, but lately we've seen so many of these older MMA guys make the transition, and they're doing fucking awesome. The list is just endless. I mean, Mike Perry, Chad Mendez, we had MVP. We've got Hardy, Greg Hardy, ready to make his debut in 2023. Todd Duffy's another one who's going to make his debut in 2023. And then, of course, we got Big Ben. I mean, Dodson. The list goes on and on and on and on with these older guys that are finding extreme fucking success and getting fucking paid the money they deserve to go in there and scrap. So there we have it. Let me know down in the comments, do you want to see Eddie Alvarez bare knuckle? If you do want to see him in that squared circle, who do you want to see him face in his debut? Should he go there? Right now, I'm thinking there's a very high chance it's probably the top of his list right now, because I can guarantee you BKFC offered him some decent fucking coin to go over and at least try it out. Thanks for joining me here on Quick Rip. Hey, if you want to see the full interview with John Morgan and David Feldman, I'll put a link in the description so you can check that out. I recommend it. He also talks about Nate Diaz. They're making a play for Nate Diaz, but that, I don't know. That one doesn't excite me because I don't think BKFC has a high chance of nabbing Nate Diaz. I think Nate's going to box, but I think it's going to be with gloves. And he's also talking about Chad Mendez is in talks. Sounds like Mike Perry's going to have a fight coming up right away. There's a couple of other topics that he covers. It's a good interview. Highly recommend it, so check that out. Anyway, there's my ramble. Eddie Alvarez, bare knuckle. Fuck, I want to see it bad. I want to see it. I would much rather see him try something new and make the transition over to bare knuckle rather than go into another MMA promotion, say like Bellator or I don't even know, maybe Bellator or PFL. I would think those are probably his two other options. But if he wants some cash and he wants, and if the wear and tear during training is part of the issue, then I think he's only going to benefit from making the transition to bare knuckle. Anyway, there's my ramble. Thanks for joining me here on Quick Rip. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, stay up to date, everything BKFC, UFC, MMA here on Bowls, Beers, and Brawls. Till next time, everybody, take care and peace. I think the truth that fumbled over the tree.